Hey guys, so I know I'm a little late to posting about what's happening right now, but I've been pretty busy lately, and I still wanted to give my opinion on what's happening right now, and I don't think what I'm going to be talking about today has been covered by a lot of people. So with you watching this video, I'll assume you already know the state of Royale High right now. And if you don't, then I really encourage you to go check out some videos that other creators have put out on the situation. But to sum it up, Royale High, the game, the community, everything is crumbling into pieces. Now, with all the controversy, this has led to a boycott from the RH player base. And for those of you who don't know, a boycott is when you refuse to participate by or cooperate with a certain brand or organization, which in this case is Royale High. Naturally, whenever there is a boycott, consumers will try to find a replacement for whatever they're boycotting. For the Royale High community, this replacement is game hopping. The most popular substitutes being Dress to Impress, Royalty Kingdom 2, Mermaid Life, and last but not least, Astro Renaissance. Here comes the problem. As the community shifts to a different game, it will without a doubt bring all its toxicity along with it. For instance, throughout the entire history of Royale High, the RH community has been known to be toxic and destructive. I'm looking at you, Twitter and TikTok. Of course, a lot of this was brought on from the problems of the game, but that doesn't mean that we should ignore the fact that there were constant threats and unprecedented attacks on the developers. The Royale High community was never a healthy fanbase and never will be. As I said before, with all these players transitioning to new games, they will more than likely bring the same attitudes along with them. In consequence, these other dress-up games will be put up to a higher standard. They will have to be better than Royale High, and this isn't a good thing. Because when the main goal of thousands of players is to try and find a replacement for a nostalgic game that ended up being problematic, nothing will reach their standards, effectively destroying any chance these new games had. You have to keep in mind that these games are in the current state of being branded as replacements for Royale High. Most people playing them are just following what's trending at the moment. This kind of press is short-term, meaning it will likely not benefit these teams in the long run. Look at it this way. What happens when a game doesn't meet someone's standards? What happens when a developer is caught up in a controversy? Instead of having the situations properly dealt with, the players will immediately switch up on their beloved new favorite game and compare it with the downfall of Royale High. Even if nothing big or drama-worthy happens, the players will eventually find something to complain about. And the developers of these games still have a lot of learning to do that only comes from years of experience. This toxic fanbase is expecting them to be the perfect solution when it's simply not possible. And it doesn't help that all the ex-Royale High influencers are excessively pushing these games out. They're constantly being promoted as the most perfect game you are looking for, when no game will ever reach that standard, because it's an unreasonable expectation. Especially since most of these games have only been out for around 1 to 3 years tops. As much as you want this to be your dream game, it's not and it will never be. No game, and listen to me when I say no game, is perfect. Now, some people watching might think that I'm hating on these new games. Here's the thing, do I think these games deserve to be in the spotlight? Yes, absolutely. They are all amazing and deserve every ounce of attention that they are getting. However, they are getting publicity for all the wrong reasons. Now, let's go back to talking about how influencers are affecting this new crave for the perfect dress-up game. They are at the root of the problem, namely the many creators who are pushing out massive loads of content. Tutorials on the new games, how to do quests, beginner guides, etc. But before I go deeper, I just want it to be known that there are people posting these types of videos who truly are passionate about these new games. You can really tell how much they care about what they're posting, and my uttermost love and respect goes out to them. Now, the influencers I am talking about are the ones who mindlessly churn out content. These people will do anything to follow up with trends in the community. And I'm not saying that following trends is something bad. It's natural to want to be caught up with the most recent news. However, these players only care about the views, clicks, clout, and attention it gets them. Not to mention, some of them can easily earn money from posting videos. This is what causes them to switch up immediately to whatever is most popular. All this overexposure from content creators is the main problem of these games becoming a trend or phase. Now, this doesn't mean that you shouldn't play or post about these games. It's simply a warning on how we promote them. Just have an open mind the next time you think about, let's say, Astro Renaissance or Royalty Kingdom 2. They aren't simply substitutes, and please don't treat them like they are. And the trend follower creators aren't the only questionable influencers right now. There are multiple people who will constantly post meaningless info videos on the Royale High drama just to get clicks. Yes, the dev team is making horrible choices. However, these creators will blow everything out of proportion, making claims that have nothing to do with the current situation. I can't even count the number of times I've seen one of them create a fake image of a tweet from Royale High Valks just to stir up trauma. I am so tired of these accounts posting 6 to 8 10-minute long videos on the recent news regarding the situation when it can all be summed up into one or, at most, 2 videos. Because, in the end, anything that becomes popular too quickly will lose relevance even faster. Once the overall trends of these games is over, the majority of the new player base will leave and move on. If not careful, these games will forever be branded as that one Royale High substitute, and all its potential will be ruined. In fact, I'm already seeing several posts and videos about these games being boring and not interesting enough, compared to Royale High. You'll have to be careful on how you view these games. If any creators are watching this, please do not promote them as a substitute to Royale High. They are their own games and deserve to be separate from all the drama caused by Royale High.